is on the way. So we have a mix of everything. You're going to like our forecast, you guys, because we have things are changing quickly as we head into the next few days. All right, let's take a look at the dense fog. So as I mentioned, dense fog advisory until later this morning. You could see up and down the coast. We're looking at visibility less than a mile for areas like LAX, for the Long Beach area, even in Ventura County as well. And then it stretches all the way down to Orange County. And then we're also looking at a little bit more of that sea breeze pushing in. So we're waiting this morning for the sun to rise, 6:21. Sunset tonight is about 4:52. Here's a look at what I'm talking about. So we are talking about some offshore winds. So if you liked yesterday, you're going to like today because temperatures are going to continue to stay warmer than normal. And then we start to see the winds flip to more of that sea breeze fashion. So this morning it is a little bit cooler. So I would say grab a light layer because you're going to need to shut it off as you head into the afternoon. We're talking about temperatures once again well above average. Here's a quick look at our next weather headlines. So we are looking at those temperatures topping out today well above average, but starting off because of the clouds, we're looking at those 60s, mid 60s for Burbank and Pasadena. We have high 50s for LAX, 60s for Santa Ana. And then here's a look at the weather headlines. So we have these offshore winds, as I mentioned, that will continue to warm us up and dry us out. Then starting tomorrow, that's when the cooling trend begins. And then as we look ahead, I've issued a next weather watch. That means heavy rain likely as we head into Thursday and Friday. So that's something that we're going to continue to monitor. I do want to show you, though, where the clouds are this morning. Here's a look because it's not quite as thick as what we saw last week, but we definitely have a little bit more of the dense fog confined to a lot of our beach communities just because of the way the land heats up faster than the water. So that's why a lot of our inland communities are cloud free. But then as you get a little bit closer to the coast, we do have a lot more of the clouds picking up. So that's why the clouds are a little bit more thick and dense in areas like Santa Monica and also Manhattan Beach. We have some really thick fog over the Long Beach area. Some of it has moved inland to Cypress as well. We are waking up to gray skies in Anaheim. Not quite in Yorba Linda, but definitely some really thick conditions in Huntington Beach, in Santa Ana, and then also San Clemente. So you can see it hasn't worked its way too far inland against the foothills of the Santa Ana Mountains, but we're definitely waking up to a little bit more of the gray conditions. Okay, so now here's a look at what we're seeing as we head into the afternoon. So with this dense fog advisory, this will stay with us till about 9 a.m. So just give yourself that extra time, drive slow, give yourself also that length between you and the car in front of you, and then use those low beams because at times visibility could get to as low as a quarter mile or less. So with the Futurecast, you can see the dense fog continues to stick around until about 6 a.m. and then about 10 a.m. we gradually start to see the clouds clear. We're looking at lots of sunshine, warm conditions, and then as we head into the overnight hours, as a cooling trend begins, you can see just how much cloud cover starts to push in because high pressure begins to break down. But our highs today, before it starts to break down, we're looking at 90s for Fullerton, 90s for Woodland Hills, 92 for San Bernardino, 90s for the Pasadena area, and 96 for the San Fernando Valley. So you can see this is a new thing that we are issuing, this next weather watch. It's not quite a next weather alert yet because we're watching to see how everything kind of unfolds together as we head into the end of the week. But we just want to warn you that things are happening. We're expecting heavy rain likely from this next system Thursday and Friday. So we're not, we haven't turned this into a next weather alert just yet, but in the next few days, this will probably be a next weather alert as we know a little bit more info with the timing and how much rain we're expecting. But just know that things are going to be much cooler toward the end of the week and you're going to want to get your rain gear handy. All right, Chris and Kalina.